and I've kind of always believed that, but I've been slowly putting the puzzle pieces together to learn how to kind of go about that. Also, it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility, but fuck, dude, like that's why I do all this kind of stuff. Like, it started off with just being in a band, but then that turned into hosting concerts, and that kind of turned into learning how to be a designer, which kind of turned into video editing, which kind of turned into doing live stream shows, which kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's all these, you gotta learn all these different pieces of the puzzle till it all kind of starts to come together. And I feel as though through now the efforts that you're doing with the Pure Evil,
thank you,
and the efforts that the things that we've learned along the way, it's kind of coming together into this conglomerate of, again, like I'm going back to this content creation, a well-oiled content creation machine is what we're kind of looking to try to do. And I think bands kind of are forced to do that these days, like with the internet being so prevalent in how artists are being discovered, not only discovered but also getting paid. Like, we look at the traditional routes of getting a record label, going through the steps to appease the right people in order to play the right shows, in order to get into the cool venues. It's just not it's still a way to do it, but it's not necessarily the way. Like, we look at bands like, I think it's Polyphia, right? They're the ones that's like not signed, never have been, right?
Really? I have no
or
idea.
Is it Periphery?
Fuck. Well, Periphery was on a label, and then they kind of have their own, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not gonna label any bands. I'm not gonna name drop anybody, but there are bands that exist out there that have never been signed and are making like $100K per member a year because they focused and poured their time into creating an online community. Like, with us in our Discord and like our our Boyag Media community, with our communities, with our sub communities underneath that, like the things, we've touched tips with a bunch of other communities as well, and kind of we've become a conglomerate of certain members from different communities, because we're also like a different kind of band. We're not just a metal band, we're not just a rock band, it's not just fucking whatever. So we kind of attract certain people from different areas, but I don't know, we're doing it unique. But I think we're just learning now how to do it the right way, which is tried and true. So it's not really that unique. You know what I mean? But
I think it holds some of that unique style still, though. Like, for me, it's different because the online community, as you mentioned, Discord, having our fans and Patreon, all that, like, it's not huge numbers,
it's
okay?
the same things
means
that everybody else is doing. It's just like what we're doing is so raw because of my my past and my story and our mission, our goals. Like, it's transparent. You know what I mean? We're not just like buy our shit because we're good. Whatever, listen to my music because I'm good. Whatever. We haven't even been that good of a band for that long. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. And so it's I don't know. I'm just passionate about the connections that we're making with these people along the way.